question to you is, post-COVID, we all have seen a surge in demand, especially in travel industry, be it airlines or hotels, and which has restricted us in terms of negotiating with them. How do we handle those situations going forward? Because it's literally a monopoly, be it hotels, be it airlines. How do we handle as a leader going forward?
Good question. Rahul, Mrityunjay, how are you guys tackling the buying strategy?
Difficult one. I think it is a seller's market today, Rishi, as you know it very well. So I think 2-3 factors. I think the volume that you have, the relationships, working with professional experts like Ashish to help you get what you want. But it's a difficult situation to be in.
So I'm facing this myself, and a couple of advice which I can give is that it's a two-way communication. When we work with a supplier, let's say hotelier, XYZ hotel, we work for a year, we have some productivity in place, still the same supplier giving us a double-digit hike for the next year RFP. So it's something which is broken here, which means like we supported a particular supplier over the years, but when it comes to our RFP, he is giving some excuses. As a buyer, what options we have left? There are a couple of options, of course, which is like look for an alternate supplier. Never have a dependency in one supplier. You have to always create some kind of backup planning, so like plan A, plan B, plan C. Even if it is slightly far off, no worries. If you are getting at a decent price, let's say the most preferred hotel is 1 kilometer and the next preferred hotel is 3 kilometers. But if you are gaining, so that the other supplier might be more eager to have business with you because he understands the volume. And nowadays these hoteliers shares the volume with each other. It's not a hidden thing anymore. So look for the same kind of pressure might work sometime, and I have experienced it by my previous like jobs, that okay, if you and these are many. For an example, in India itself, in last maybe 3 years, there are more than 500 new hotels have been opened. So you will find some kind of alternative, and never have a dependency on 1 or 2 supplier. Until unless you have a backup plan in place, you will never be in a situation of where the supplier is going to dominate you. Of course, it's a seller market, but buyers are also equally strong and they can make or break. I can give you one last example and I will take 1 more minute. We are headquartered in Santa Clara, San Francisco. And there was a supplier and we requested him that, okay, we do a lot of room nights in a year with you. Let's have a single digit hike. Supplier didn't listen. One of the biggest chain in the world, it was part of that chain. I don't want to name it. We made sure we are making that hotel a zero booking. So we put some kind of control. We made sure that booking shifts to the other competition hotel. It took us some time. There was a compliance. It took us 6 months to make sure that we convince all across the globe that XYZ hotel is no more preferred. The same hotel for last 2 years coming to us, why don't you consider us for RFP? Again, this might not work always, but you should be innovative in your approach. You should always look for, you cannot have a situation where one monopoly supplier, then you are gone. You have to create backup, and that will help.
Being an intermediary, I will, well, on the same question, Rishi. So, of course, the challenge is that there is a price variation, and there are multiple impacts, multiple factors which are resulting in this impact. So first of all, the way at least I have tackled it so far is having a mutual respect between what is the challenge, why the partner is increasing the price. There are some real reasons. Oil prices for aviation, the cost of doing business in each country, compliances have gone up, the risk insurances in aviation has gone up, the input costs for the hotels have gone up drastically. That is resulting in the prices going up. Why I use the word respect is because once you start doing that negotiation by understanding what is the challenge, you also expect them to understand your challenge. And if somebody is not respecting your position, he is not your partner. So in today's world, we will all create our own unique ecosystems, like Mrityunjay said, his own set of partners who will understand each other and then work beautifully with each other. Hitesh has innovated and created a pool of guest houses, which works very well for his set of organization. So each one of us will have to innovate, Rishi, and only work with partners where there is a sense of mutual respect. A typical buyer-seller relationship may not exist anymore because each one of us have multiple options. And you develop your own ecosystem, you will be very happy in that ecosystem. That is what my take is. So thank you very much, panelists. Amazing, great conversation. Good to see you all after such a long time. And thank you, audience. I hope you gained a little bit of insight. I must say that all four of them are masters in their own field. And yeah, it was good fun. Thank you very much. My pleasure. And Rahul, as always, Mrityunjay, excellent. Lovely. As always, brilliant.
Thank you so much.